Let's understand together what is it, TFA. The TFA is a tool offered by the DAO Versal team to meet the discomforts that our community has experienced during the Hyper journey. The TFA was conceived as a part of business growth plan, through which to increase the user base of the platform they are about to launch. The TFA can therefore be seen as a double opportunity, as each user will have the chance not only to use the resources, but also to know and immerse themselves in this new virtual utopia that, as we will see, will open up a wide range of new opportunities to all of us. Currently, our funds have been channeled into the Hyper Community platform, from which shortly will be explained the procedure that will allow us to transfer depending on DAO Versal platform where they can finally be used. But how can we start with our TFA? The TFA will be activated through the pending rewards of Hyperverse and Hypernation without having to enter new funds, because the activation is completely free. How does it work, the TFA? As you can see in this slide, there are three types of packages: the Type A of 5,000, Type B of 50,000, and Type C of 500,000. Despite this, today we will focus our attention on the first package, the 5,000 one, because it's the first step to be taken in order to start our journey. Furthermore, as you can see from the notes below, the packages that will be made available will be subject to staggering, having a daily numerical limit. Please note that the priority will be given to the TFA Plus holders, who will also enjoy an increased daily percentage compared to those who subscribe to the basic TFA. So, let's go and see it together. The first step will be the subscription of the package of 5,000. At the time of subscription, this sum will be increased by 50%, automatically transforming the 5,000 credits into 7,500 credits. From the moment that this path begins, we will meet two phases, that is, the recharge phase and the withdrawal phase. The charging period refers to the period of time between the start of charging and its completion, in reaching 100% of the value of the package subscribed by us. Try now to imagine an empty battery that needs to be recharged in order to work. So we can go in our second step. In order to start and make withdrawal, we need to charge the battery up to a first level of 30%. During this first charging phase, the percentage of daily release will be limited to 0.15% for the basic TFA and 0.20% for those who own the TFA Plus. The accumulated credits will be exchanged in a portion of 1-to-1 with the DU. When our account has charged the battery reaching 30%, on our account we'll have accumulated 1,500 DU. This will combine the continuous charging of our battery with the possibility of starting to withdraw our rewards. From this moment, we can start withdrawing calculated 0.15% on the sum of 1,500 DU for the basic TFA, which correspond to a total of 2.25 DU per day, and 0.20% for the TFA Plus, which corresponds to 3 DU. Thus we arrive to our third step, which involves the full recharge of the battery. Reaching 100% means having accumulated 5,000 DU. The recharge will be complete and we will begin to be able to download and withdraw 0.60% daily, which on 5,000 DU it will be assumed equal to 30 DU daily. To be noted, we will continue to download our reward at 0.60% daily until the total amount of 7,500 DU is reached. For all the users, it will be necessary to click on the Reload button to claim the rewards related to the charge of the assistance package. For those who won't take action, moreover, Dowversal will provide tools through which each user will have the opportunity to accelerate and shorten the charging period of their battery. As we can see in our slide, with this wording of multiplier, we mean, for example, for the package of 5,000 that each action made by the users will be rewarded with a rewards of 2 times higher than the value of the action itself. So let's see together which are the actions at our disposal that will allow us to benefit from the speed of this multiplier. To help us increase the percentage of our daily rewards, we will calculate the rewards from active staking and the daily rewards produced by the work of our network. These 3 types of rewards will be calculated on a daily basis. There are also 2 other bonuses that we can use to speed up. We talk about the percentage due from the sale of a planet and the percentage due to the sale of a land. Bearing in mind that these 2 types of bonuses will be calculated only at the time of sale, we mean only once. To better understand, let's do some practical examples. Practical example for a passive user. If the user has chosen to wait patiently for their rewards, the daily percentage of release will be calculated on the percentage that come from the subscribed package, which for the basis TFA amounts to a sum of 7.5 DU, and the TFA Plus holders of 10 DU daily. Practical example for an active user. The daily rewards will be calculated by adding the percentage of daily release to the amount of the sum produced by their action that make them an active user. As we can see in this example, the total of the daily rewards for a classic TFA will be calculated by adding the 7.5 DU of a daily release with the 56 DU produced from the active work of the users, for getting a total of 63.50 DU. Speaking about a TFA Plus, the total sum will be 66 DU. Just a fast recap. After transferring my funds on Dowversal, I subscribed to my 5,000 credits package that gives me access to the first step. From the moment of subscription begins the period of charging my battery, where my first stage will be the achievement of 30%, which calculated on the package of 5,000 will be 1,500. From this point, as mentioned, we could also start the withdrawal phase with the daily release. Continuing my charging path, I will reach the goal of 100% when the accumulated sum has reached the sum of 5,000. From this milestone onwards, I will simply continue to download daily at 0.6% my rewards until I have reached the sum of 7,500 that will mark the end of my path. But how long does it take to completely unload the package? Let's start with an example about passive user. Being a passive user means have no active land, no owning any planet. In this case, charging the battery will follow a linear and constant path. TFA base holders. For a subscription of 5,000 credits, the daily percentage will be 0.15%, producing 7.5 DU daily. So, to reach the first stage of 30%, it will take 200 days. After 200 days, you can start withdrawing 0.15% per day, which calculated on the 1,500 DU accumulated corresponds to 2.25 DU. After 466 days, the goal of 100% charging is reached, allowing withdrawal of 0.60% daily, which corresponds to 30 DU daily. At this point, you can go ahead to download 30 DU daily until you reach the total amount of 7,500 DU. A glimpse of a TFA Plus holders. For a subscription of 5,000 credits, the daily percentage will be 0.20%, producing 10 DU daily. Therefore, to reach the first stage of 30%, it will take 150 days. After 150 days, you can start withdrawing 0.20% per day, which calculated on the sum of 1,500 DU accumulated corresponds to 3 DU. After 350 days, the goal of 100% charging is reached, allowing us to withdraw 0.6% daily, which corresponds to 30 DU daily. At this point, you can go ahead to download 30 DU daily until you reach the total amount of 7,500 DU. Practical example for an active user. Being an active user means have active lands with staking, own one or more planets, have active users in your downline. In this case, charging the battery will follow a path that will be shortened according to the action taken. This is an example for an acceleration in the first 30 days after activating. Owning a stone land worth 100 DU that in 30 days will produce 18 DU. A bronze land worth 300 DU that in 30 days will give us 117 DU. An iron land worth 500 DU for a total of 195 DU in 30 days. More, we need to have 2 first active lines that over 30 days will contribute with 124.80 DU, and 4 second active lines that in 30 days will have generated 187.20 DU. The calculation of each of these factors shows that an active user will be able to reach in the first 500 days a sum of 1,500 DU. After the first 30 days, I will start calculating my monthly rewards by adding to my basic daily percentage the rewards derivating from active staking and thus coming from the work of my downline, which, as we can see in this example, amounts to 1,029 DU.